Aloha all, lovely to connect. I hope that this video finds you well. It continues to be quite warm here in the part of the world that I'm in, and curious what it's like wherever you are. So do comment below, let us know where you're streaming in from and what kind of weather you are having. I recently had a request for a video, which I love to receive. So if there is something related to the topic of this channel that you'd like me to elaborate on or do a specific video on, please go ahead and comment below and let us know what that is. So today's topic will be on how Reiki, breathwork, and Kundalini Yoga can inspire radiance and beauty, particularly facially. So I like to term it as an energetic facelift. So it was really interesting to get this request, as I do find that my consistent Reiki and Kundalini Yoga practice, which is very much steeped in breath work, supports me on a physical level. Obviously, as you've seen many of these videos, it supports the vibrancy of my physical body. It supports the health of my physical body. Kundalini Yoga and Reiki, it's definitely helped me through all of my physical challenges, any illnesses that I've had to deal with, any structural issues, any organ issues, any colds or flus or infections. I have found both Kundalini Yoga and Reiki to be incredible lifesavers in that way. And definitely I've used other resources, and I at certain times have had to use some Western medicine, but for the most part I tend to use more natural methods, and I like to activate the medicine within me. So I'm definitely tend to be more of an alternative method, but of course there's a use for Western medicine at times. And I have found that Reiki, Kundalini Yoga, with that consistent breath work and Reiki, that it has also helped me physically on an appearance level. What I have found when I am consistent with my Reiki and Kundalini Yoga, which for me has been a daily practice, is that it definitely supports the energetic radiance that I experience. And of course, there are days where I don't feel radiant, and there are days where I feel challenged on a physical level as far as my appearance. But I definitely find that my steeping in these practices contributes to a feeling of embodied radiance. And definitely for me as well is spending time in nature. Reiki is natural. Kundalini Yoga is working with the natural power within our body. And so being in nature also supports that radiance. I'm going to share with you a few of the practices that I do that I find are really supportive. I want to also share that my sharing Reiki with others, I feel also very much contributes to my embodied radiance. There is really something that happens for me when I share a session, or when I share these videos, or when I teach, or when I teach a Kundalini Yoga class. But particularly with Reiki, and as I combine Reiki with everything that I do find that there is some kind of radiance that does exude whenever I am sharing with others, whenever I'm facilitating. And I truly believe that that is the power of Reiki. It is that source light, and I also like to refer to it as our own soul's light that seems to really emanate when we are sharing with others. And I definitely find that in sharing in some of my sessions, after a session, I feel so lifted, and I feel very much embodied in that glow, if you will. And I feel that that glow that my recipient receives, or when I'm teaching or when I'm creating these videos, I'm also experiencing it. And that's one of the beautiful things about Reiki, is that both the facilitator and the receiver are receiving Reiki. So both are benefiting, both are receiving that glow. Reiki is universal life force energy. It's that life force energy that's guided and directed by the intelligence that created us, the intelligence of nature, the intelligence of the divine. So when we're practicing Reiki, we're in essence soaking in that energy, in that light, which is our own very soul's light, which is the light of our source. Yeah, that primordial essence, that divine intelligence that created all of life. And what I find definitely with Reiki is that there's a definite grace, and the qualities of Reiki itself are grace, peace, beauty, love, light. So when you're doing your own self Reiki, when you're sharing it with others, when you're emanating it, that is the intention with Reiki. The intention of Reiki is not just that we're doing the practice and it's just about the practice. The intention is to embody Reiki, and it is embodying those qualities, which is our very essence, which is our very nature, those qualities of grace, of peace, of beauty, of love, of light, of divine power, of empowerment, for sure. That is the essence of Reiki. So as we commit to it, what we find is that we are then it. Yeah. And again, that doesn't mean that it's all perfect. That doesn't mean that it's all beautiful. That doesn't mean that there aren't challenges. It means that we're able to take those challenges. We're able to take those really cruddy, kind of dark, shadowy, intense elements in us, in our lives, and they can be transformed and alchemized and transmuted through our Reiki practice, through our embodied Reiki connection. Yeah. And then they end up serving and sourcing our good. Yeah. I hope that inspires you, if you are Reiki trained, to commit to your own personal practice, and as well as to commit to some practices of breathwork, of Kundalini Yoga on a daily basis. It's definitely been something that for me has supported me in my embodied connection to my own radiance and to my connection to Reiki. What I found that is beneficial and has worked in my experience is the daily self Reiki treatments. There are some days that I really can't do a full self-treatment, and there are some days that I steep in a full self-treatment and it takes an hour or longer. But I do some self-Reiki every day. Of course, the self-Reiki treatments facially, both on the face and then on the temples and then on the ears and the throat and the back of the head, those definitely contribute to a facial facelift, if you will. If you are Reiki trained, you'll know what those hand positions are and you'll know how to do those positions. If you're not Reiki trained, just simply placing your hands on your face and just inviting that light, that healing essence to flow can be one way to start. I definitely encourage you to get trained because it has so many benefits. I'll actually be teaching an online Reiki training. It'll be live and it'll be streamed November 9th and 10th. Reiki 1 is November 9th. Reiki 2 is November 10th. And I will link that below. So do definitely check that out. It is very much like having a retreat, and even though we are online, it very much is like an experience of being in person. And as I mentioned, the benefits are so endless for yourself, for your career, for others, for sharing with others, and there are multiple ways to share with others. It doesn't have to be hands-on. And if you are already trained in Reiki, retaking the training can have so many benefits. So I highly recommend that as well. Check out the link below. So what I find is doing 1 to 3 minutes with each position is very helpful. And when I'm doing it, I'm always focusing on letting go and allowing the flow of Reiki to do the work. So I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to create a facelift. I'm not trying to make energy flow. I'm actually surrendering and allowing that natural flow of divine life force, of universal life force to do its work with my own body. There's a communication that happens between the body and the flow of Reiki. We're just going to take a few minutes here and just do a simple practice of that. I always like to begin by just setting an intention, so you can just take a moment internally, eyes closed or open, setting an intention for Reiki to flow in your highest good, that you might receive exactly what you need. And again, if you're not trained in Reiki, just inviting in healing light to flow in your highest good. And then begin with placing your hands over your face. And the hands are not weighing down on your face. There's a slight cupping of the fingers. The fingers are connected. And we're just going to be here about 30 seconds, so it's just a shorter version. And then you'll place your hands on your temples. And again, it's a slight cupping. And then bringing the hands to the ears. And moving to the back of the head. And then cupping the throat. So not squeezing the throat. The palms are cupped, the fingers are together. And you're just letting the energy of Reiki, of healing light, of balancing light, of universal life force, to be the greater presence. And as I've been demonstrating, the flow of Reiki is so strong, the heat is so nourishing, and just want to touch on that. Of course, again, this is not just about a facial facelift, but really it's an entire lift of your system. Reiki's flowing into your glandular system, into your thyroid and parathyroid, into your pineal and pituitary gland, and it's supporting that hormonal balance and proper secretion. And of course, it just feels, as the term that I've used over the years, Reiki-licious. And then just gently tuning into the sensations in your body and just feeling the benefits of your practice. As you're ready, opening your eyes. Hello there, beautiful one. Want to mention that I have the membership platform, the online studio. If you are Reiki trained, Reiki 2 or master level, I have countless videos, more coming, with deeper instruction supporting you with these levels of Reiki and how you can enhance your self-treatment, your treatment for others, or working with the various symbols of Reiki in each level, as well as in the master level, teaching you and supporting you in refining your sharing skills, your teaching skills with others. So that link will be below as well. The other practice that I do daily is a breath work that's similar to alternate nostril breathing. It's referred to as Nadi Shodhana. However, this breath work, and I learned this in the Sattva Kundalini Yoga system, and I do this every morning, and I find that this is a wonderful way to release toxins in my sinuses and facially, as it also does on my entire energy system, opening up the channels of the nadis, the Ida and the Pingala, again supporting that glandular hormonal balance. So it definitely helps me on a physiological, emotional, and mental level through the challenges of life, as it also does facially support that radiance. Kundalini Yoga breath work is all about radiance. It's all about detoxifying the system so that our bodies align with how they are intended to be, in that radiance, in that physical radiance, and in that energetic radiance, and also in that vibrancy. That vibrancy supporting us in those times of challenge. Roto-rootering and clearing those emotional and mental, as well as energetic toxins that clog up our system and block our innate natural beauty. As I demonstrate, I'm also going to share with you the benefits of this practice. So as I'm speaking, do continue with the breath work. I love to inject that in for you so that you can best know what it is that you're doing and how it benefits you on a physical, physiological, energetic, as well as radiance level. So the breath practice is known as alternate nostril breathing. However, we're breathing in and exhaling out of one nostril at a time, and we're adding a bit of a breath of fire, so it's a quicker breath. So let me demonstrate and then we will do it together. We start by closing off the right nostril. You're going to inhale through the left. You're going to close off the left, and you're going to exhale through the right. And then you're going to close off the right, and you're going to inhale through the left. Close left, exhale through the right. You're going to quicken it. And then you close your eyes, you focus on the brow point, the third eye. It looks like this. And as you're doing this, it consequently has a pumping action in the navel center. So again, it clears the sinuses, it gives that facial facelift, but it has a full energetic channel clearing effect, as well as nourishing the navel center, which is the house of energy, the house of life force energy. So we will start with inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right, and then we will switch and inhale through the right and exhale through the left. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that together. Go ahead and get yourself nice and comfortable. Find your sit bones rooted in the earth. Feel the support of the earth. Let all the walls, floors, ceilings, technology just dissolve into that presence and support of nature as you naturally activate the medicine of your own body temple. You're going to bring your right hand and you're going to close off the right nostril. Your other hand is in Gyan Mudra, resting on your lap. Inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the left. Close the right. Now let's quicken it. And continue as I'm speaking. Eyes closed, focus on the brow. Nadi Shodhana lifts up depressed, tired moods. It calms down anxious Vata, amped up energy. Nadi itself means flow or channel, and Shodhana means purification. Nadi Shodhana is a clearing of the subtle channels of the body energy flow. As you're doing the breath work, you'll experience like a sensation of your ears popping. You'll feel energy beginning to flow more facially and in your core. Continue as you feel that, and you might feel strain, it might feel challenging. Just allow that to be, just observe that and continue with the practice. Inhale through the left and release both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. We're going to rapidly continue with the other side. Bring your left thumb to your left nostril, close off the left nostril. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. Inhale right. Close, exhale, left. Continue rapidly. Alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana, including the breath of fire, helps to cleanse, energize, calm, and stabilize your system, as well as balancing. It clears the respiratory passages, the sinuses. It balances your Ida and Pingala, the right and left hemisphere of the brain, promoting radiant health. It also supports brain health, clarity, presence, and concentration. It releases and purifies the system, releasing toxins. This practice is great to do as part of your meditation practice. Inhale right and release the hand. Exhale through both nostrils. Eyes closed. And take some deep breaths. Feeling the energy rising from your lower centers to your upper centers. Exhaling through the entire body. And continue inhaling deeply, letting the energy rise from your lower centers to your upper centers, nourishing your pituitary and pineal gland. Exhaling through the entire body. A few more of those. One more. Noticing the change mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically. As you're ready, opening your eyes. Hope you're experiencing that energized state and sensing your own embodied radiance, your own embodied beauty, and the power that's within the body temple that you inhabit. And I hope that this practice also supports you in finding a deeper sense of self-appreciation and self-love. I know for myself, through the years, as my body has gone through changes, as the years on this planet ages in this body, in this incarnation, my body has definitely changed, and it's definitely been a process of embracing those changes and finding ways to really nourish those changes and reconnect to my internal radiance, my own spirit's radiance. When I reconnect and realign to that, then whatever is happening to my body physically, it eventually aligns, and that inner spirit, which is Reiki, yeah, is then embodied in this physical form. Yeah. And again, that is the beauty of our Reiki practice and our breath work and Kundalini Yoga practice, is it is an opportunity to truly steep in that embodied radiance, that embodied beauty, that embodied grace, and to really work through and clear those blockages that we've created from our emotional states, both from our environment, from our upbringing, from the world conditioning, the belief systems, the patterns that really block us from accessing that divine grace, that divine beauty that we truly, truly are. Yeah. And when we remember that, and we can experience that through that daily Reiki breathwork practice, we align to that, yeah, then we then embody that, live that, and experience that. So delightful to share this practice. If you aren't subscribed here on this channel, do subscribe, like, and do write a comment below. It helps the algorithms on this channel, supports this channel and growing, and also supports these videos in getting out to others so that they might also benefit. I am traveling, so some of these videos might be a little bit more sparse. If you do make requests, I might not be able to get to them right away, but I will, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Aloha!